Good evening and welcome to the Daily Netzach Kitzur Shulchan Aruch Shir. Today we're doing the dinim of Ikka and Tofal, Siman and Dalad, and we'll start from Sif Aleph. Im Oichel Shnei Devarim. If someone is eating two pieces of food, or Oichel Shoisa, or one is eating food and drinking, Echad Ikka Etzloi, and one of the two foods is more important to him, Vashenu Tofaloi, while the second one is secondary to it or subordinate to it, to the extent that his purpose in eating the second food is not necessarily for its taste, but only because it's eating the primary food. And without that, he would not be eating the second one at all. For example, if he felt weak, in order to regain strength, he eats salted fish or radish. Since they are sharp, because they're sharp, he eats a bit of bread as well, or something else, to neutralize the sharpness. For example, or if he wants to drink some liqueur, he drinks it. In order to neutralize the sharpness, he eats a bit of bread or fruit afterwards. The halach is that he makes the bracha on the primary, on the ikka, as in the fish or the liqueur. But on the subordinate, the secondary, whatever you want to call it, you do not need to recite a bracha. Neither beforehand or afterwards. Because it is exempted from the bracha with the primary food. You're required to wash the netilas yadayim. Seif base. So there are a number of conditions for dafka. So the first one, this is specifically if he eats the primary food first, and then he eats the secondary one, or the subordinate one. And more than that, at the time when he made the bracha on the primary food, he had in mind to eat the secondary food, the subordinate food. Or normally this was his way of eating the primary food, in which case it's the equivalent of having das in order to eat the secondary food. And third, the next condition is that it applies only when he eats the secondary food at the same time he eats the primary food, as opposed to a case where he drank the liqueur, ate the food, and then he went in the interim to another room. In which case, when he comes back and he wants to have the secondary or subordinate foods, then he would need to make a bracha. Seif Gimel. So, similarly, if he eats first the secondary, and afterwards eats the primary, he wishes to drink wine or liqueur, and in order not to drink on an empty stomach, he eats a bit of food first in order to prepare himself. He needs to make the bracha on the tofel. However, since the food that he's eating now is merely secondary, some poskim say that it goes down from its regular state with regard to its bracha, and we only say the shakol bracha on it. There are, however, those who argue with that, and that you make the regular bracha on whatever you're eating, in order to make sure you don't have this sofeg. You should drink a bit first of the ikka, which is the wine or the liqueur. You make the bracha on that, and with that you will be poiter the toffel, and then you can eat a bit in order to prepare yourself. Then you drink the rest of it. Seif Dalad. If when he eats two foods, his kavanah, his intention, is not only for one of them, Kagoin, Shushosi Yain, Saraf, Eichel Gam Minim Chisnin. So he's drinking a bit of liqueur, he wants to eat a few different pastries, Shonim. So he says Honigkuchen in Yiddish, that's honey cakes, in English as well. Preserves alike. You must make a bracha on both of them. And you make you should first make the bracha on the pastries or the preserves, because they're more significant than the drink. And afterwards he makes the bracha on the liquor. And certainly if he's eating pastries, gam coffee, and he's also having coffee. Just so the name, the is he must make a bracha on both. The haim tchila pas kisnin. Now, he first makes rezonos on the pastries, and afterwards makes shakol on the coffee. Because his intention is on both of them. See if hey. Shnei minim shenis bashli yachad. Two types of food that were cooked together. Im kol min muvdalatzmai. If each type of food is distinguishable within what has been cooked together, you make the appropriate bracha on each of the elements. However, if they were mashed and became stuck together, then we go and whatever constitutes the majority of the dish is considered the primary. And you make the bracha on it, and the other one is exempted with the ikka. However, if one of the food is from the 5 species of grain, even though it may constitute the smaller part of the food, the minority food in the mixture, since it's one of the chamesh min dogon, it becomes the primary food. Commotion is Barbara Siman Mem Ches Yud, as I have explained, as he says he explained in Siman Mem Ches 48 Yud. Ayin Shom. See there. And that concludes this evening tonight's Kitzur Shulchan Aruch. Have a good night.